Hello, Shatling. I don't know why my hair is doing this, but we're just gonna roll with it. Today, I'm gonna be ranking my mental disorders. I'm excited. I am on the Love of My Life Wikipedia, and I will be hunting down the disorders that I have. I pulled up a list of all of them. Shouldn't be hard to find, right? Oh, Control F exists. No, I'm just gonna scroll. And I'm gonna see them as they pass. Oh, okay. I have this. Specific phobias. Hell yeah. Let's start with this one. This one's actually pretty interesting to talk about because I have like 4 and some of them are kind of niche. So let me first inform you of the phobias and then I will go about ranking it. I want to say 4, right? Maybe 4 phobias. I don't know. The first one is bugs, okay? So wait, why am I so small? What the fuck? Hello. All right, that's better. What was I saying? First one, bugs, okay? So like spiders, but any bug. I'm scared of a mosquito. I'm scared of a beetle. Any bug I'm terrified of. This one's super annoying because bugs do in fact exist, and it's pretty inconvenient when you're living by yourself and there's a bug and it causes you to leave your residence and retreat and flee out of fear because there's nobody to kill the bug. It's a huge inconvenience. I don't like it. Another weird fear that I have is static shock. You know, when you go down a slide and then you have that little like when you touch metal? I'm afraid of that. Like, of course I'm afraid of getting straight up electrocuted, but I'm also afraid of the tiny little like when you walk with socks on carpet, all right? That's number 2. The third is needles. I am deathly afraid of needles. Okay, why do I have so many phobias? This is kind of disappointing. Anyway, very scared of needles. I will cry if I get a shot. Yes, I'm an adult. Yes, I will cry if I get a shot. I am who I am. I'll say it with my chest. I feel like there's one more. Is there? Maybe there isn't. Maybe there's only 3. Anyway, I'm gonna give this a D tier. It's kind of novel. It's kind of silly. It's kind of interesting to talk about. But it's a huge inconvenience for me. I don't like being afraid of random things that don't pose any threat to my health. It's super annoying. So, D tier. I'm not picking my nose. I had an itch. I'm not going to go over all of my disorders because high key, I don't want to pull my pants down and go full goatee for the entire internet to see. So let's just move on to neurodevelopmental disorders. Now this is my stomping grounds. There it is. That's the one. Hello, old friend. Autism is one of my favorites to talk about and research and think about. In fact, it's probably the absolute #1 favorite that I have. I just find it so fascinating. I love how autism makes you think differently. I love how it makes you communicate in a way that is completely unique from a neurotypical person. I think that's fascinating. I find it super interesting. Autism is extremely complex and it's often watered down to, oh, you just have a special interest. Oh, you're a savant, but you're like nonverbal or something. There's so much more to autism that people often fail to understand. I find it fascinating. Most of the time, when I'm researching psychological things, it's about autism. I think spiky cognitive profiles are fascinating as well. A spiky profile is like when you are way better in one area, but then way worse in another area. Okay, that was a terrible definition. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're nonverbal. Your communication skills are terrible. You cannot communicate with other people using language, so it's difficult for you to convey your thoughts, all right? So you would score low in the communication department, but simultaneously, you're an extremely talented musician like fucking Mozart. That's a spiky profile. You're terrible in the communication department, and you're amazing in the music department. Now, a neurotypical person is going to have a more flat profile, cognitive profile, if that's the term they used. You're gonna be on average like the same amount of goodness. Okay, this guy is not a scholar, bro. Bro just dropped the same amount of goodness. It's gonna be more homogeneous. There we go. Your profile is gonna be more homogeneous. Now, autistic people are more likely to have a spiky profile where they're better, way better at some things and way worse at other things. So the standard deviation is higher. Now, in my case, I kind of have this. I do struggle with some aspects of taking care of myself. I'm pretty fine in the communication department. I don't have a really intense skill, unfortunately. I'm not a savant. I am not extremely good at anything. I am just mildly good at many different things. I also hate the misconception that being autistic immediately means that you're a savant. Like, I've seen some people assume that just because you're autistic means you have to be really, really good at one thing. Like, a special interest has to correlate to being insane at it. Like, no. That is not necessarily the case. I am autistic. I do not have anything that I'm extremely good at. I'm just average overall. I'm just a chud. Causes. Do you think Tylenol will be on this list? Be honest. I also think statistics regarding the diagnosis of autism are extremely fascinating and saddening. Did you know that research on autistic women didn't commence until, what was it, like 2018? I'm kind of pulling this number out of my ass, but the sentiment is true even if my exact date is wrong. Research on autistic women was put off for far too long. It was only done on men. So as a result, women even today are less likely to get diagnosed. Okay, holy yap, let's get to the ranking. I'm giving autism an S tier. It's my personal favorite. Soul read, I'm going based off vibes. This is my tier list. I say it's an S tier. We all fuck with autism. Me and you. ADHD. Oh yeah. Another classic. ADHD is also pretty interesting to research, but simultaneously it pisses me the fuck off. I don't like not being able to pay attention to things. I don't like feeling an urge to be triple screening at all times, like when I'm sitting at my desk. I don't want an urge to have music in my ears, something on my desktop, and something else on my phone. It's rather irritating. I would like to be able to sit with my thoughts and have it be calm, which is not possible, unfortunately. Also, I'm unmedicated, so I'm fucking raw dogging it. It's okay though. We're doing fine. As you can see, I'm totally stable. ADHD is really cool though. It is quite interesting to research. However, it pisses me off slightly more than autism, so I'm gonna give it an A tier. Insufficient sleep syndrome. Reminds me of someone. That someone being you. Yeah, I know your secret. Sleep more, bitch. I do have a sleep disorder, but what the fuck was it called? It was like unspecified sleep disorder or something. Like, what am I supposed to do with that information? But it's kind of like insomnia mixed with delayed sleep syndrome. Is that on here? No, it's not. Okay. I'll just write insomnia then, even though it's not the same, it's close enough. Insomnia sucks ass. No. We all hate insomnia. It is genuinely so annoying. Not sleeping well is like top 1 worst feeling ever. Insomnia is going straight into F tier. I feel so bad for people with actual insomnia, because I don't even have insomnia. I have this weird thing. Maybe it's because of ADHD, I don't know. But I don't get tired at night at all. And then simultaneously, I'm really tired in the morning. So most nights I go to sleep at like 5 a.m. and it takes me a long time to fall asleep. On average, depending on when I go to sleep, it'll take me like 30 minutes to an hour to fall asleep. And 30 minutes is like if I go to bed at 5 in the morning, which is insane. And I found out that the average person takes 7 minutes to fall asleep. That's just fucking preposterous. I don't buy it. But I don't have insomnia. I just have this weird little thing where I don't get tired at night, but then I'm also tired in the morning. I think it might have to do with ADHD. Insomnia is a whole different beast. We're talking like multiple hours to fall asleep, consistently struggling to stay asleep, averaging like way less hours than you need every single night. And I feel so bad for people that have insomnia, genuinely. I used to have something similar to insomnia. Like, for some reason, it used to be way worse. I used to take, like 2 hours to fall asleep? I think that's because I was going to sleep early for school, and my brain just doesn't work like that. My circadian rhythm was not having it, because it actually took me like 2 hours per night. I've improved though. I think the key really is to sleep at 5 a.m. I think that's the method. Insomnia, oh, I already said, F tier, terrible. I hate it. Not from a personal standpoint, but like from my experience with Insomnia Pocket Edition, Insomnia Light, not fun. I can only imagine what the actual thing is like. Oh, wait, they do have it. Wait, this is so peak. Delayed sleep phase disorder. It's the delaying of a person's circadian rhythm compared to those of social norms. Oh, hell yeah. Wait a minute, this is so exciting. This is so much more similar to what I experienced than insomnia. The disorder affects the timing of biological rhythms, including sleep, peak period of alertness, core body temperature, and hormonal cycles, often called night owls. Yeah. I hate how society regards night owls as lazy or like not go-getters. I hate how it's considered a Sigma Alpha grind set thing to do, to wake up at 5 a.m. Like, what the fuck are you accomplishing? Okay, everybody's asleep. The sun's not up yet. Like, so you're doing an exercise at 5 a.m. And what's wrong with me just doing that same thing but at night? That pisses me off. I think that people should sleep whenever they want, as long as it allows for a fine lifestyle and work and all that shit. I hate how staying up late has the reputation of being like a childish thing to do. There it is. ADHD. Delayed sleep disorder is genetically linked to ADHD. That's right. Holy yap? Okay. If you couldn't tell, psychology is one of my special interests. Wait, I forgot to rank delayed sleep phase disorder. That one is significantly less annoying than insomnia. I'm gonna put it in C tier. Still kind of inconvenient, but definitely not as bad as sleeping like 3 hours per night. So, C tier. Hell yeah. Thank you for joining me, twin. Make sure to follow me on Twitch because I stream 5 days a week, those days being Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They call me the streamer. Have an amazing day, twin. That's in order. Be kind to yourself, okay? Okay. Mwah! Bye, twin!